Okay, good morning. Been a while since we did anything like this. Um, Today we're back at Mike Walsdorf's. It's the LNN 1955 New Orleans to Fulton Division Railroad. This is HO. Since the last time we were here, in the last video I did, this is NOUPT. Right here. Okay? And this was not anywhere near completed. The way this is laid out, not completely correct, but it serves the purpose. He's got all the parts to it and so forth. But again, you have to make compromising in model railroad. So we're going to be here and we're going to run some trains. Got some people who came along. And we'll run some trains around and we'll video it as we go. Again, the official actual sign off the tower in New Orleans East Bridge Junction. We won't discuss that, but it is the sign off that tower, which ceased being in operation many moons ago, and so forth. But this is NOUPT. Mike had his eye on a station. It was built by a gentleman. Tried to get his hands on it, but somebody else got it, and exact replica of the station, and that didn't work out. So we still don't have an actual station there. So again, I'm sure Mike knows where everything is on that workbench. Exactly. You can find everything.
Everything in its place and a place for everything.
Yeah. It's good.
Looks similar to mine.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I got like a little 1x2 extension that bolts on the front of mine. That's where I wound up doing most of my work. The bench is full of tools and paints and stuff.
Well, you start moving it around and you never find.
This is all DCC. He's got a signal system in here. It's connected through the NCE system, and this is his control board over here. This panel, and with the signals on it.
This thing popped off.
Okay, this is a representation of his controls. Every block, this right here is an EB1, which is a circuit breaker NCE makes. Every block has an EB1. This is a BD20 that detects the block if it's occupied. The BD20 comes over to an AIOU01, which is connected on his cab bus, and they have to have a cab address. NCE recommends you start with 50 up, because there's 63 cab addresses in NCE, so you take 50 up. Now you can put 18, I think it's 18 blocks on each one of the AIOU01s and run 18 BD20s, and that'll trigger when the block is occupied. It will trigger it. You can see the red light right there. Whatever's sitting in that block, that's triggering that it's occupied. So this is kind of a basics for each one. He's got a label, what it is: Ocean Springs, East Biloxi. He can tell. Now, the little light will flash if it's shorted. So we'll tell you. You can also take a lead where those screws are. You take 2 of those and take leads and run it to a remote LED, and you don't have to put a resistor because it's set for a 2 millimeter 2 volt LED DC. But it's just a good example of way to set up a control system. Now the parts over here on the left have to do with the signals. Various parts of the signal system. I don't see a lot of that here. He hadn't got anything over here yet in this area. But it's just things that you can do to make it work. Now, he does not control. Well, let's see. I'm not gonna make a statement until I go find one to show you. So we have a little Alco engineer. He says it did actually operate in this paint scheme in this area of the L&N Railroad. A lot of detail work since the last time we were here. I guess, you know, the trained eye here, don't come over here and see this that often. I do see a lot of videos that get posted. Rod Finley comes by here and does a lot of videos. But you get to see a lot of the detail work that's going on, you know. Grand Bay, Alabama. He's done a lot of things to what I call kind of clean up things that he had roughed in, and now it's kind of, he's finalized it, like the house sitting in the pine trees. Okay. Again, you're going to see a lot of pulpwood on this railroad, and this was typical of this. Here we have all the corn growing. You get over, and where are we at here? North Orange Grove there. This is going into the parts of the area with this division or area that you did see corn, a lot of it. Some of the best corn in the world too, by the way. Nice Texaco truck here.
So the brass is in the coach.
Truck probably, in this case, even in 1955, should be in a museum. Definitely an antique. This is Orange Grove. Lots of pine trees, and believe me, you know, he got all these pictures, and this is just exactly what it looks like. Okay, frame this up here a little bit for you.
I sat there, well, I was in Destin, and we'd gone out to dinner, and came back, and we just turned it on.
Southern Paper Company set out for service. You know, very effective. I don't think the Southern Paper Company's been serviced lately. Okay? But believe me, you know, this era, this time frame, that's what happened. You know, today, somebody stops service, the railroad's there, immediately pulls the switch out, and it's one less problem they foresee. Now, I got to tell you, let's see if I can hone in on this a little bit. He's actually, you can see the, let's see, there you go. See the wires on the telephone poles. So, here's another siding. Well, the railroad's got in here and pull this switch. So this is gone. Okay. So, and you get with the road running off here. So we have this is an ABS signal system. Yeah, it's clear to block, you know, whether it's clear block in front of you. Uh,
It goes north of Tallahassee to the CSX.
this is the siding.
What? Yes. What's
Okay.
I'm sure CSX.
So this is North Pascagoula, and it's
What? What's that?
the Mississippi Export Railroad interchange.
Remember the one that
Okay.
we had back in the 90s? It was a total eclipse, and it wasn't quite total, but when the sun, when the moon blocked it, everything got like milky white. It was the eeriest damn thing. Remember that? It was like,
Was it in the 90s or was it in the 80s?
maybe it was the 80s.
So Pascagoula.
I think I was building my house.
Okay.
I was outside.
So anyway, the station here, Matt Hardy did this with a computer program, and then they built the roof to go over the front of the station. That
I'll do whatever you need to do.
I remember that, and I was waiting to see what happened. I saw it back like 25 years ago. Turned up when it came over, all these presses started showing up all over the sidewalk. It was so awesome.
Hey, Art,
yeah,
what you up to?
I'm back here in South Pascagoula.
Are you videoing or what?
Yes.
Alright, we're gonna get started.
Okay, well, just tell me where to go. If I need to disappear into a siding or whatever.
Oh, you can do it. You know, you're a secondary frame, so this type of quality. You want to do this stuff?
I'll be a dispatcher. Mikey, you got a piece of paper that I can write on?
Yes.
Now, make an interesting observation here. I'm sure it's not the first time anybody's seen it. But again, you know, what do you want to accomplish out of your railroad? What do you want to do? And what are you trying to model? Concept and a plan. I'm not going to kid you. That's 4 inches wide. Right below here, the next level down, that may be 6 inches wide. There's no significantly, except for in 1 or 2 areas, deep seams on this railroad. This is about running trains from point to point. You can make stops and make stops, switch cars. This will be an effective operational railroad. I have worked on this. We've got a thing in JMRI, and we're trying to set it fairly close to the actual schedule. Again, model railroad versus the real thing, sometimes you're going to have to make compromises. And that's where we're kind of at right now with the operating. Mike's been spending a lot of time working on it, and of course, here we are, and this is March 4th, 2022. And we're in southeast Louisiana, and it's been a, let's say at this point, an interesting 2 years. So, you know, I think that's about the last time we were over here. So it's, things have changed. Reality has come home. Truth is out. And we're now starting to realize that we need to move forward. So that's why we're here today. This is the retired group playing with trains. This is a Friday.
Jump off and install a part of it. So there it is. There's the job. See right here? There it is. See the flipping?
They move it down. I was waiting for a signal, see if it was green, but it's nothing.
Yeah, I don't think the signals are working right now because the computer ain't running.
They're working now.
How come my signal went out over here?
Are you kidding me? Well,
This one right here?
no. It's right here. That's the bottom of it. It's working.
I was on the wrong side.
Going on 10 years. She's still got the same dress on. It's hard to believe.
Smells good, man.
All them trains passed by, threw up all that dust.
Okay, right?
All right. So who's at Goche?
That's me.
That's you?
That bees me.
Why don't you take,
The local trash train.
And Dave's at Hurricane? And Lee is at Ainsley, right?
Fountain is over the work station here. Okay.
Number 6 is a passenger train?
See the little walk down there?
Uh-huh.
So it's, the other one's red, that's, yeah, city line, but. Yeah, it's passenger.
And 72 is a freight?
Yeah.
And who's
Good.
driving number 6?
North. South. We're going southbound.
Nobody, it's just that on its own.
This is coming up on Ocean Springs. And here comes the passenger. What do we run? The Golf Wind here? Which one is this?
I think it's the Golf,
Golf Wind. This is big train. Got a lot of passenger service on. Most of what ran on this line between New Orleans and Mobile. A lot of passenger service. So this is the Ocean Springs station. This was the turning point for the famous commuter train, which here we are, what, 60 years later, and they're trying to reestablish a commuter train from New Orleans to Mobile, which would go right past this station, which, by the way, is still there, and it's well maintained. It's a shop, museum place. Okay. So one thing you could do in your railroad to create a break between scenes is do something like this, where you have a bunch of trees and then you went out. It covers distance. It gives a break between there and here. And as we all know, remember my friend Mr. James Peterson giving the big speech about compression and how much distance you're covering. So again, the depth on this section right here in front of us, at best a foot. And this is East Biloxi. Okay.
Southbound?
Yeah.
You have to take siding at North Gulfport.
North Gulfport.
Yeah, you're coming down to level 1 over here. Look.
Okay, but I mean, you want me to go forward?
Yeah, come forward. Or you can stop there.
Okay.
Johnny, why don't you stop in there?
I can get on the siding.
No, stay on the main. You just hold the main.
Okay. Okay, they told me to hold the main. We got to hold the main. We got a passenger train coming. So this is the train headed towards me. It's the Gulf Wind. Okay. Uh-oh, that's a camera car. Please say hi to the camera. Mm-hmm. This is the GM&O track interchange. This was in Mobile.
You ain't got lost yet, I think. You ain't got lost yet, huh?
Detail. Okay. Detail.
Oh, did your truck lock? Your car lock?
No, I don't think so.
All right, I see you get my jacket.
Never amazing. Big old railroad like this, and we still all managed to end up in the same place at the same time. Okay, so the proverbial model railroad necessity, a helix. Okay. Now I got a little story on this helix. I know who built this. And this helix is old. This was out in Kenner, Louisiana at one time. A gentleman who has the Rat Hole Division, the Norfolk Southern, had plans for using this on a layout at his house in Kenner, Louisiana. And I'm going way, way back on this helix. But got the big Rat Hole Division, and we will be getting over there soon. We're gonna get to do a stop over there and get some video in the next couple of months. We're gonna have to work a time out, and we'll get to do it and get you all updated on Walter Rigger's Rat Hole Division. I posted some clips lately on YouTube. He's got a spot, and I put them up on the Facebook Grande Pacific Railroad. Links to the couple of clips that we've shot recently that were shot by him, and I think put on his board. But what Mike Walsdorf had them on his L&N Facebook group, 19 New Orleans Division 1955. So here we come now. We got to go in a hole because there's a passenger train in our way. Or whatever. Since we're the slow local, we get put in a hole a lot. And we're here at North Gulfport. And that is the Gulf Wind. And we just think, yep, we did. First car is on the ground. Let's see if we can make it in here. Clear the switch so he can go on. All right. So enough of that. He's going to hell if he don't pray.
And Tim's on the main. That's the problem.
Well, that's what's going to throw.
Yeah, it's a contact issue.
It's a contact issue. Yeah.
That's what you do when you have contact issues. There's a hole in the middle. Well, that's what's what I'm talking about. So you got to find somebody who has a who wants to get into it.
Mikey,
What, Johnny?
we got a problem.
They help.
Okay. Okay. So this is Gulfport.
Somebody was in Ocean Springs.
He's got the interchange here with the IC, which what it was.
All right.
Ocean Springs too short.
But today it's
See it.
well,
And then Tim's gonna pull in East Biloxi.
it's CN. Yeah.
Tim's going in the East Biloxi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we come into past Christian. Now this is getting to a place where I spent a lot of my childhood at. Most of us who live in this area spend a lot of time in this. Get into beaches, Bay St. Louis, and the likes. Maintenance way train here. Pulpwood everywhere. And that is 100% realistic. That church went in Camille. I think it was blown away. Now this is a point on the railroad right here that I stood in that little, he's being generous with this trackside place to stand and wait for the train. But the commuter train would be overnighted at past Christian, and it would they would run the engine around, head back to New Orleans, and this was its first stop, Henderson Point. I got on the train for the commuter train many a time right there at Henderson Point.
I told you, I'm a roller coaster ride, man. I'm just fast. Everybody was.
Now this is right by Bay St. Louis, and that would have been the old Navy. It was a naval facility. That's all gone now. A couple of hurricanes, Camille, basically, and Katrina basically did that in. The only thing that's left there is the ammunition dumps. The bunkers are still there. Whew. This is Bay St. Louis, the famous Bay St. Louis train station, which had the movie shot at it. Now, today, I think it's strictly one track through there, and that's it. The main line, and that's it. We came across a big bridge right there that you can't see. Big causeway, big concrete bridge that was put in, and then it was all blown off of its pilings, dumped into the bay during Katrina, and has been re-put back in place. And survived since then. And we're in wave one. South wave one. Oh, look at this. Another freight train. By the way, no, not these. These are F units. It's got a bunch of FP7s that Intermountain ran, which we managed to get 6 of them when they came out.
What, the motor?
Yeah.
The gears?
The wipers.
Oh, they came off?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, when they finally come off and they fall on the bottom, eventually they jam the gears up.
What?
I was lucky this time. I'm getting good at this. I did it without even doing the wires.
Yeah.
It's just took the 2 screws out, dropped it down, opened it up,
Yep.
and I did it with my holding it in my left hand and fixed it with while I was on my right hand. More pulpwood at Lakeshore. Mm-hmm. Now,
Look.
Mikey,
Yeah.
my screen went blank.
Okay.
Okay, Mike, it went to yellow.
All right.
should be green now.
Just sit there.
Should be turning green because I'm out of the block and I'm past the control point. Okay, so Claiborne, that would be the governor, Claiborne, that's what's name. And that Baldwin Lodge. More controls. EB is AIOU01, EB1, BD20, 2 EB1s. Not too sure what he's got there. Okay, we got a problem here. Need to plug in and stop this. And this is Sheffman Tool. So up here on the upper level, you've got Bay Minette, which would be real close to the end of the thing, end of his division. North Bay Minette. I don't know, he's got a lot of Texaco distributors. I don't know why that'd be. And this is South Atmore. That's the famous bridge for the interchange, the Frisco Railroad. This is the town of Atmore.